Today we're going to be doing NBA trade machine with Kevin Durant. Recent news shows that Kevin Durant has requested trade from the Brooklyn Nets, and his top destinations are the Suns and the Suns and the Heat. And a lot of people are making jokes because the first seed's calling Kevin Durant a snake, but Kevin Durant has 4 years left on his contract, so the Nets have all the leverage and can trade him to any team, and he still is Kevin Durant. So I don't know, other than maybe like the Rockets, Magic, the worst teams, I think every team would like to have him. So I'm gonna be doing some realistic trades with NBA trade machines. And I'll be adding draft picks, because there's no draft picks on NBA trade machine. So I'm gonna be doing realistic trades, of course with the Heat, Suns, but I'm also gonna add other teams. I'm gonna add the Warriors too, because I think they have one of the best trade packages, and I'm a Warriors fan. And let's get started. First, we're gonna start with Heat, and tell me which trade package you like the most and where you want to see Kevin Durant go. Between Miami and Brooklyn, of course Kevin Durant, and then I think it would have to involve Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero. I don't think they can do it with just one of them. So it'd be Bam, Tyler Hero. They'd have to probably add Duncan Robinson's contract to match it, and then who could then Seth Curry? Do they also get Seth Curry? We'll put Bruce Brown. And then they would probably have to add 3 first round picks. So just it's basically Bam, Tyler Hero, salary fillers, 3 first round picks for Kevin Durant. Let's try this. Successful +4 for the Heat, -3. Um, this isn't my favorite trade package just because I'm not too high on Tyler Hero and Bam like I am some other players. We'll get into it later. But if this is where he wants to go, then maybe if the Heat add like 4 first rounds and some pick swaps, I think the Brooklyn will have better offers. I don't know if they'll take this one, but maybe I'm wrong. All right, start over. Add team. Of course, the Brooklyn Nets. And this time we're going to do the favorites. Right now on betting favorites is the Phoenix Suns getting him. And where's the Phoenix Suns? Right here. I don't really see this being too realistic because I think the Nets want Devin Booker, and I don't see them getting Devin Booker. So it'd have to be around Ayton and Mikal Bridges, which I don't know if I'd want that. So it would be a sign and trade with Ayton, Mikal, and probably Cam Johnson, and probably like 4 first round picks. NBA Trade Machine is gonna say it's wrong because Mikal hasn't kicked in yet. His what's it called? And DeAndre Ayton, it's a sign and trade. So look, it's gonna say it's wrong, but this is what the trade would be plus like 4 first round picks. I don't really like this that much either. I think they can get even better value, and I think they're gonna want a star in return. So even though that's the favorite, I'm not gonna spend too much time talking about it, just because the Nets have all the leverage. I don't think they're gonna just let KD go where he wants. So my two favorite packages for the Nets are actually the Warriors and the Celtics. We're gonna start off with the Warriors. This is probably the best. I don't know if they're gonna give up Kuminga and Wiseman, but as a Warriors fan, and for the best of the Nets, I think it's enough value for Poole, who's emerging All Star, Wiggins, who was an actual All Star, plus Moody, who has a lot of. I don't think the Warriors would give up Kuminga or Wiseman, but where's Moses Moody? But Moses Moody, I think they would, and probably 4 first round picks. Try this trade. I just this is one of my favorite packages just because they get 2 really good players, a young player, and picks. And KD goes back. We'll see if the Warriors want to do it, but if this happens, the Warriors get at least 2 more championships. And the Nets have Ben Simmons, Jordan Poole, Seth Curry, Wiggins. That's a good starting spot. And then they still have Kyrie they can trade for maybe a stretch 5, something like that. So I think surround Ben Simmons with shooters, and Jordan Poole is a shooter. So I really like this. But my favorite package, I would have to say, is the Celtics, Brooklyn Nets. It would be centered around Jalen Brown. Now, the Celtics did just make the finals, so they might want to keep their core. But I think Katie and Jason Tatum, like, you just have to do it. So it'd be Jalen Brown. And then I think you would have to add Robert Williams, which kind of sucks. But you're going to have to. And you probably would have to also add Pritchard and then probably 3, 4 first round picks. And yeah, it says they get worse. I don't really understand how, but starting lineup of Marcus Smart, Derek White, Jason Tatum, Kevin Durant, Al Horford is pretty insane. And the Nets have Jalen Brown they can build around, and they don't have their picks, but they have some Celtics picks and Robert Williams who's really good. Hope he comes back healthy. Pritchard for shooting with Ben Simmons. So I think this is the best trade package. I'm not totally sure if the Celtics would do it, but I think the Nets, this would be the best possible package. And then now I'm gonna go over maybe some unrealistic ones, but some fun ones I've thought of and other people have kind of talked about. The first is Katie having a reunion with OKC, Oklahoma, and it would literally it's gonna look weird on NBA Trade Machine. It would literally just be like probably 9 first round picks. Derek Favors is a contract, and it would be just if they all we just want picks, and they would probably also get honestly never mind, just never mind. I don't like this just because Trade Machine it'll look weird. So another one I saw though and I like is Memphis because they have a lot of pieces, and I think a thing of Kevin Durant for Jaren. It might be a lot. Jaren Jackson. Where is he? Desmond Bain. Oh, I don't know if they. I think that's a little too much. But Jaren Jackson, maybe Dylan Brooks, and like who? What other young player? And then yeah, Zaire Williams. This and maybe 4 first round picks might be able to get it done. And Zion, or I mean, my bad. John Morant, Kevin Durant, and they would still have Desmond Bain at the three. They can put. Yeah, I'll just count it. So maybe at the three they put one of the rookies, Jake LaRavia, and they still have Steven Adams. That would be very, very, very nice. So they'd have to add a lot of picks, but Jaren Jackson is the ideal center you'd want next to Ben Simmons. Dylan Brooks is pretty ideal because he can shoot threes. Zaire Williams actually showed a lot of promise. I don't know if Memphis will want to trade him, but this is another trade. I can do this with almost every team. And then I'll tell you my favorites. I'm not going to do Lakers or Clippers just because I don't think it's realistic. Or Philadelphia. I like Toronto, honestly. But they might want to. I don't know if they're going to want to give up. I think they would have to give up Scotty Barnes, which hurts a lot. Scotty. Actually, I don't think they're giving up Scotty Barnes. I would take that back. I would be a center on Pascal Siakam. Mm, they'd have to give up Scotty Barnes. Even though I wouldn't like it, it would have to be OG Anunoby, Gary Trent, and Scotty Barnes, and maybe a couple picks, which would be phenomenal value for Kevin Durant, even though he is one of the best. But this makes them an instant championship with Finley, KD and Siakam, and then Boucher at the five. They still have Precious Achua, and then they would just have to figure out that shooting guard. But yeah, try this trade. So yeah, I don't really like that trade for either team. I just did it just because I saw some rumors about it. But I can be doing this all day, but I think those are the most realistic ones. Let me just look through teams and see which one might make sense. Um, I saw Portland. It would be Anthony Simon, Shaden Sharp, some picks. Saw a little bit of New Orleans buzz, but I feel like the most realistic is the what's it called, Phoenix and Miami, but I don't really like it. Oh, messed up. But I really like the Celtics, and I really, even though I'm a Warriors fan and the Celtics probably won the championship, I think that's the best for the Nets and even the Celtics. So I think that's the best case scenario. The Warriors also have, I think, the second best offer. So yeah, that's it. I'll also be talking about free agency tomorrow. So thank you, and comment what you think about Katie leaving, and yeah, like and subscribe. Have a good one.